Hey everyone, welcome back to Dee's Tarot. We're back with another reading. Today I was interested in doing a spread called Self-Care, and this spread is called Sometimes All We Need Is a Way to Check In with Our Emotions. This self-care spread is designed to help you do just that, as well as present you with some guidance on how you can better take care of yourself. So we're going to draw 7 cards, and card number 1 is going to be your feelings right now, which is how are you feeling right now and what is your current emotional state. Your second card is going to be soothe, which is what can you do now to tend to and heal yourself. Card number 3 is accept, which is what are you repressing that you must accept in order to be able to move forward. Number 4 is adapt, which is what in your life needs to change. What aspects have you been stubborn about? And 5 is withdraw. What do you need to retreat from? What do you need to retreat from? What should you now distance yourself from? Card number 6 is embrace. What can you learn to accept more lovingly, and what can be integrated and welcomed into your life? Card number 7 is celebrate. What aspects, accomplishments, events, or milestones in your life can you be grateful for? So card number 1 we're going to draw, which is your feelings now. Okay, our first card, how are we feeling right now? We have the King of Wands in reverse, which is a true visionary. The King of Wands lights his fire to his ideas with finesse and intention. Oh wait, this is in reverse. Shrewd dictatorial. Okay, dictatorial, domineering, controlling and aggressive behavior can make for an oppressive experience with the King of Wands reversed. There is an attitude of my way or the highway, and it can create distrust when people feel they haven't been seen or listened to. Passion is fueled by a fear instead of inspiration, and that can lead to jumpy and impulsive decision making. The King of Wands reversed warns you of taking people for granted in the pursuit of your goals. Manipulation and intimidation can be used to serve as agenda with no intention of returning any favors. Expectations are set too high, and you are struggling to live up to these standards. Look at the big picture and see that maintaining healthy relationships is also a part of your vision. Evaluate your goals and what is most important to you. Damn. Okay, so that's how you're feeling right now. And then the second card is going to be soothe. What can you do now to tend to and heal yourself? We've got another card in reverse, which is the Empress. Okay, the Empress in reverse, dependence, attachment, and fruitless. There is a lack of harmony in your life as you try to juggle everything to maintain balance. Stretching yourself way too thin and placing others' needs before your own is causing unnecessary stress. Getting back to sync means aligning yourself back to your own desires. Fill yourself up so that you have enough to give to others without depleting your resources. Lack of energy and creative blocks leave you feeling uninspired and monotonous. On the other hand, you may also be taking on the role of an overbearing mother who is too protective or demanding over her relationships. Under or overripe, the fruit is not ready for picking. Replenish yourself and you'll be able to find your center. Ground yourself back to the loving energy of Mother Earth with compassion. Okay, so that's what can you do now to tend to and heal yourself. Our third card is accept. What are you repressing that you must accept in order to be able to move forward? Okay, the card that we got is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is control, stability, and conservative. Lock and key, you've got your finances stashed away with double security. You are in complete control of what goes in and out, dutifully standing guard at the door. Saving is a habit that you've mastered, and you've racked up enough in the bank to be financially stable and independent. You are in complete control and conservative about how you spend your money, valuing your possessions. Kudos to the discipline it took to get your finances in order. However, have some fun. No matter what the cost, your self-worth creates a dependency on stacking up the cash. What? Equating financial security with self-worth creates a dependency on stacking up the cash, no matter what the cost. Remember, you are inherently worthy, no matter what your bank account says. All right, so that is card number 3 for accept. Just accept that you are perfect. And card number 4 is adapt, which means what in your life needs to change and what aspects have you been stubborn about? Let's find out. Okay, so we got the card death. Death indicates there has been an end to something, or we have finally reached a completion of something where it's better that way. So if we're getting death, and it says what in your life needs to change, what aspects have you been stubborn about? I think we need to change something. Something needs to change. Let's get some more context on the death card. I know it's a little intimidating, but have no fret, because it really means change, ending, and rebirth. No, you're not going to die. That's just a common misconception of the death card. Death indicates an end of an aspect of your life, which can range from a job to a relationship. Death must occur in order for you to have a new beginning, shifting you forward into a transition period of rebirth and renewal. The cycle of death is quite natural and can be seen in nature transforming throughout the different seasons. Like nature, you are also going through a transformation that will be of great significance. Change is coming, sweeping the past to the side so that you can embrace the opportunities to the future. Okay, I think it's a really great message. So that is for what in your life needs to change. So just know that, there's going to be good things coming, for sure. Card number 5, withdraw. What do you need to retreat from? What should you now distance yourself from? Let's ask Tarot. Okay, the card we got is the Hierophant, which means conventional, institution, and tradition. Stay woke. The Hierophant calls on you to honor the traditions in your life, whether large or small. Honoring rituals can help you feel grounded. At this time, you are drawn towards joining a group, community, or organization that has certain rules you'd have to follow. By joining these groups, you will broaden your scope and expand your knowledge. Strength in numbers allows you to feel a sense of acceptance, unity, and identity. Look to your lineage of ancestors or religion to shine light on the wisdom of the past. The Hierophant guides you on your spiritual journey through unity and community. Rituals with rules and structure in societies. Be prepared to absorb as much information as you can. Higher learning leads to a better understanding of your higher self. Awesome. So that is withdraw. What do you need to embrace? What do you need to retreat from? And then now we have embrace, which is what can you learn to accept more lovingly, and what can be integrated and welcomed into your life? Okay, we actually got 2 cards. Okay, we got 6 of Wands and King of Swords. So with embrace, what can you learn to accept more lovingly? What can be integrated in your life? I think this means be nice to people, have compassion for others, maybe give someone a chance is what I think this means. This could be If you're male or female, you can be one or the other. But yeah, I think this means what can you learn to accept more lovingly, and what can be integrated and welcomed into your life. King and Six of Wands. The card 6, and interestingly, this is card number 6. Okay, Six of Wands. And as we know, the card Wands is a card that represents willpower, creativity, passion, inspiration, and energy. And the card number 6 in general means harmony, adjustment, alignment, commitment, and pleasure. Okay. And Swords is ideas, thoughts, communication, and conflict. I think it means you're finally in an agreement, or maybe in like a balance with an alternative way of thinking, perhaps like another person, maybe a boss. You finally just like accepted and going with the flow. Okay, and then we have our final card on here, which is celebrate. What aspects, accomplishments, events, or milestones in your life can you be grateful for? Two of Pentacles. We got the Two of Pentacles. What aspects, accomplishments, events, or milestones in your life can you be grateful for? Card number 2 in general means duality, choices, balance, and cooperation. And then Pentacles is material world, nature, resources, finances, and health. And again, we're looking at accomplishments, events, milestones in your life can you be grateful for? Okay. I believe this is stating that, you know, we have a roof over our head. We've got life in us. I think that this means just be grateful for life. Celebrate everything that you've accomplished in life, the milestones that you've reached. And then of course, like Two of Pentacles means balance, prioritization in daily affairs. Busy bee, your lively lifestyle is keeping you active, buzzing from one place to the next. So you've been busy, you have structure, and it says the infinity sign symbolizes the unlimited amount of time, flow, and change at your disposal. So I think this also can mean like we're not barred by anything by any means. Like we have the opportunity to change our situation at any time, in most cases I'd say. But I think this just means you have all of the potential to make anything happen if you really try. It says, like Aristotle says, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Awesome. Okay, kind of just asked tarot deck, you know, are there any final messages? And we got the Emperor, which means there's a fatherly figure, someone who's large and in charge. So the Emperor is a card that represents body, social, external, outer concerns, youth, and personal. At this stage of the deck, when you are, you know, the Emperor, we look at material concerns that affect our worldly lives. Imagine a child being born into the world, discovering their will, meeting their parents, confronting others, and developing their ego. This can describe the process of growing into adulthood. I think this means like grow up. I think this means like buckle down, show up, be there, be present, you know, like he's in the chair. I think this means like get to work. I think that's the message. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Today we looked at, you know, how we're doing as far as guidance and check-in. We looked at self-care. So thanks again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reading and you took what resonates with you. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.